that you consent to that. If there should be anything else, I can take the whole thing down, like the whole recording. I prefer that you feel free to say whatever you wish, and I'll just delete or do whatever, do the magic after. Okay, Stephanie, we were talking about your exam. Just do like a short presentation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Stephanie from Germany. I live in the Harz Mountains in a small village named Clausthal-Zellerfeld. At the time, I work as a secretary for a university.
Okay, hold on, Stephanie. Which city is Stephanie living in?
The city is Clausthal.
No.
Sorry.
I'm asking everybody else.
I don't dare to say it. I have no idea.
Oh, just try just.
Klausen.
Okay, super cool. It's just a reminder that Lucy sometimes get this really crazy idea, and she has somebody else repeat the presentation that somebody did, because as consultants and consults, how do you say, coaches, our primary goal is to listen and not be, okay, well, if Stefan is presenting, Lucy is probably going to ask me to present also. So I'm going to think about what I say instead of listening. There'll be time, so we'll listen. I can't pronounce it either, though, Stephanie. Okay, will you say it again?
Okay. Yes, I live in Clausthal-Zellerfeld in the Harz Mountains, and I work as a secretary assistant in an institute of the university in Clausthal-Zellerfeld. And I want to change something in my life, and made the exam at KonMari last year in September. No, in 2020. No, sorry, in 2019. And so I work as a KonMari consultant a few hours a week. And I made another great exam. I want to work as an alternative practitioner for psychology. And I made my exam on the 4th of January, and it's very new. And I'm very proud that I made it. And in Germany, you need a permission to heal. Yes, and I want to change my life and want to work as an alternative practitioner and KonMari coach.
Yay! That's awesome. Congratulations, Stephanie, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, who would like to present themselves? One little we'll add, because this is a course on communication and public speaking. Kim is like, what? Are we already going to do homework? Yes, just think, when you present yourselves, what is important? What could be interesting? And Stephanie, I'm just going to give you a little feedback. So like when you did the certification, if it's in 2020, 2020, and you think about it, people, they don't really care. Mm. If you did in 2019 or 2022, whatever, they do care that you did it and how you felt about it, and that now you can do amazing, magical stuff with your clients. So it doesn't matter when. And if you can't remember, just, well, I'm working so much that I can't even remember when I did it. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to present? It's getting harder every time. I'm going to add something every time. So the sooner you do it, the better. Anita?
I don't know. Okay. I did not prepare because too much work.
And everybody
That's a matter. I start from the script.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to mute you, Anita. So I did not prepare. I was not this. Everybody can either put in the chat box excuses or just say it out loud. Because do we really care that you didn't prepare?
No one cares. So.
And it's like saying whatever I'm about to tell you, that you invest your time in listening to, I didn't prepare. And we are KonMari consultants, and you are, and you
not respectful.
No, well, yeah, we don't. we know that it's part of us to, to put up front. It's like, is it okay if I drink my tea? So Jessica, this is a great rule. Ever since I did the VCCC, you can eat, you can exercise, you can drink, you can have French fries, you can do anything. First VCCC, I was like, people are eating during the course. And everybody on the KMI staff, they were like, yeah, well, sure, of course. And I was like, you don't do that in Europe. Like, that's not polite. Is that polite, Kim? Is like, if I have a conference or a training session in Italy and you said you're eating French fries, that's not polite.
No.
In USA, in the United States, you can do anything. So I have completely adopted those rules, and so you can eat or work out as long as you're, tea is perfect, Kim. If you have chocolate and stuff, it's okay too. Isn't that amazing how different that is perceived? Because what's the American way? It's like, well, you don't have time to eat. No, you don't have time to have lunch. So taking time off to go and eat something is kind of like a waste of time. Okay, Jess, so we're starting the nonverbal reactions now. Let's all get into it. Remember, okay, to watch them. Okay, here's Linda. Hi, Linda, welcome. Okay, Anita, go. Your presentation, that is so interesting. You will never forget it, ever.
Good morning. This is Anita. I'm from Germany, actually Munich, close to Munich at present. And I'm an interpreter for sign language. That's my job. I'm also a naturopath and a systemic coach and a coach for hypnosis. And I got to know KonMari, and I'm not certified still. I'm planning to get certified this year. So I'm an assistant status, and I'm happy to organize and do stuff that puts a smile on your face.
Hi,
Nice
Linda.
meeting
Sorry,
you
I
all.
muted you because I think there was kind of interference. Oh, I think somebody might have Facebook open, and it might be me. So I'm just going to go check that I don't, because if you're open in the Facebook, okay, hold on. Okay. We can hear ourselves if someone unmutes. Was it you, Anita? No. Okay, super.
It was me. I think I had Facebook open.
Oh, don't worry.
It's
super.
closed now.
Thank you, Anita. Very nice. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Shattered.
Oh, you've been working, right?
I've been working.
Okay, super cool. Don't worry.
Oh,
We are
listen.
doing a presentation round, Linda, because
Yeah, no, I heard it.
okay,
I was listening on Facebook while I tried to log in.
Oh, it
So
was.
I did hear you.
So Linda, listen up, because you weren't here in the beginning. We are going live in the private Facebook group. Just heads up for, friends' names or clients' names and stuff like that. Super cool. I'll remind you during the thing. Okay, who wants to super Anita? First rule of presentation, what is the one thing that you have to do, that you must do when you start presenting yourself? Yes, exactly, Anita. A huge smile, because if you come on like, my name is Lüge, and I am a KonMari consultant, and I live in Rimini, that's near Bologna. It's like people, I don't think, do you know, Kim, do you know where Munich is? Like, honestly, I probably couldn't, maybe I can put it on a map, but I'm not really sure. I know it's like really south of and like kind of to the right. So if it's near Munich, or where people, if you're in a context like this, if you're in a European context, yes. It's like, I live in Germany. It's that country in the middle of Europe. Is that okay, Kim, more or less? Like if I ask you Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, is like, it's somewhere up there to the right. Is that correct? Or, you know, the states of America, I find it embarrassing that I don't know where they all are, but we don't. Do you know the states of America? Like if I say where's Ohio, Tennessee, it's like, yeah, sure. Okay, same thing for Americans with Europe. For us, it's so easy. It's like, how do you not know where Germany is? But for them, it's the same thing with us with the states. Okay, so huge smile when you start presenting. And if you want, start out kinesthetically, just with a softer voice, because the people that are attracted to that kind of talking, they will not be scared of you. And then you can immediately go into talking faster and louder and everything. Okay. Up is Kim, Jess, or?
I can go.
Super. Thank you, Jess.
So, hi, everyone. My name is Jessica, and I'm from Sweden. I do live in Germany right now, but are about to move to Czech. So we're an expat family moving around the world. So I'm a KonMari consultant in training, and I love doing it. I started a year ago with my own festival, and it brings so much joy to be able to guide others to feel the same relief and peace as I feel now in my home and my surrounding. So I'm super happy KonMari crossed my way. And I'm very curious about learning more about body language. I'm strapping my arms.
What are you doing, Jess? Sorry, you're scratching your arms?
No, I'm strapping them.
Okay, you're like, okay.
So they're not moving.
It would be lovely, Jessica, if you could lower your camera just a tiny bit, but just because we want to see you more, not because we want to be like.
Okay, back up.
Right.
No.
Thank you very much. That's perfect. Nice. Clean presentation, nothing to say. Linda or Kim? Kim, come on. Yay. And it's so cool that you're in your PJs. It is 9:18 p.m., right? Where you are? Linda, I blamed you in the beginning for making this session so early, like 6 o'clock. What? And then I was like, no, but I have to do communication. Okay, that's okay. We can do that. Go, Kim.
Okay. I'm Kim Tatori. I'm from Hawaii, Ewa Beach in Oahu. I'm a KonMari consultant. I believe Stephanie and I might have been classmates in the same course. Maybe. I said, I love people's stories. And so I have a YouTube channel that is slowly something I do on the side, and it's about people and their stories. I'm also Jay Shetty certified life coach as of October 15th. And I am also pursuing an online course and maybe dabbling with the same course being as an app on how to build a nest egg for families who don't know what to do or the basics of their money and building a nest egg for their children. So those are the three passions. Well, I have many passions, but those are the three I focus on.
Awesome. Now we're curious, like if you really were classmates or not.
Yes.
So now you have to remember, Stephanie.
It was September 2019 in LA, Santa Monica. And it was September 19th or 20th is the second course in LA. Because there was the previous weekend and then there's the second weekend, and I was in the second weekend.
So Stephanie, were you in the same course? Oh.
No, I made the course online.
Oh,
I made the online course.
Oh, she's completely different. Okay,
Yes.
super good. Thank you, Kim. You're so, you have so it's called Hawaii. You don't say Hawaii, you say like Hawaii.
If you really want to get technical, it's W is a V, so it's Hawaii.
Hawaii.
And I live in Ewa Beach, and Ewa is spelled EWA.
Hawaii. Okay, I love that. So we're like Hawaii all the time, and they're just like, they don't even bother. They're just so happy on their little island. They don't care what we call it. Cool. It's like, you know? Okay, Linda, please. Oh, and what do we want to add, Linda? You know all the nonverbal signals, so just add a couple, and we'll see if people get them. So you just add one, like consciously, right? So if someone is a little, or they don't want to do something, it's like,
Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda from Oxford, England. I'm exhausted, absolutely exhausted. I'm working as a KonMari consultant, and I was up at 7 yesterday morning, and I did a 10-hour shift, and I was supposed to do the same today. But she said, oh, why don't we start at 11? And I suddenly thought I could come to the course because I was going to miss you. I lived without order for many, many years. Oh, it was tragic. The arguments, the fighting, the buying of stuff because you couldn't find it. And then I found Marie Kondo, and it truly is magic. And I loved it so much. I didn't quite buy the company, but I did the course. And because it's this little group, I'm going to say this, but I do have faith, actually. And I've prayed my whole life for order. And I was speaking to my spiritual director the other day, and I told her that, you know, I was doing this KonMari. And she said, there you go. She said, not only did God give you order, but he gave you too much of it. You know, so you could go out and share it. And I actually feel messianic about this because you can change people's lives. All right.
and Linda, can I say, Linda used to be a guide, or still is, and so she has a lot of experience in speaking. But I am proud. Can I say I'm proud? Because that is a perfect presentation. You will remember it when she said where she lives. It's like, I live in Oxford, England. It's like, okay, pause. Where do I live? It sinks in and people will remember. There's a core story in it, and there's a message in it. And then she did some nonverbal signs that were great. Did you catch them? Yes, super cool. Yeah, so underneath the eyes and life, okay, sometimes. And there was a couple of other ones. Hello? She moves towards the camera like this. I really want to say this. This is really important for me. Okay, so when you move away, it gives less, it has less impact than when, and especially because we're online, you can't read too much. She did it at the perfect distance. So great work, Linda. Thank you. Today, you take the time to be here. So it's very important for me that whatever I say, kind of, it doesn't have to make sense immediately, but that you get all the concepts. So please, I think there's only 2 native English speakers, right? Yes. I know everyone's level is really cool and high and we speak well, but please slow me down. The ones that know me, they know that I'm already really trying hard to speak slow. But then I forget because I get passionate and la, 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 la. And I only stop when I ask Linda for words that I don't know. So please stop me if something is not clear. Let's move. Yes, Linda, of course.
I just say one thing. I'm teaching my daughter to drive. She's going to do her test in 2 weeks. So each morning we've been driving into the center of Oxford. So from here during rush hour, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, you know, stop, start, loads of queuing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting next to her and I'm like this, and I could actually read my own body nonverbals. I was sort of, and then I just had to sort of like make my non-verbals appear. And it was the first time that I genuinely seen my body language.
Oh.
Because I was
Linda,
terrified.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy because then what comes next is I'm sitting probably next to my girl and I'm trying to hide this thing that I'm actually scared. But then if I do realize on a deeper level, you can also talk to her about it. Or you can say, you know what, I feel really nervous. It's really non-rational because you learn to drive and it's a safe situation. So you can ask yourself why you're feeling that scared. Or, have her know, because I did it with my sons and they hate it. And they hate it when their moms are like, she's like, just relax. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Third hour of driving around with you, you have no idea what you're doing. Yeah, relax for sure. And it's this like double pretend, and it takes so much energy. So that's really cool. And be like, yeah, it's okay to be scared. It's your kid in the car, and you're not driving. And we're not used to it. We're used to it. It's us that are, in charge all the time. And I think, would you agree, Linda, that on a subconscious level, we know when they have a driver's license, the control is over. It is done. So why would you sit in the car and not be terrified? Like, that would not be logical at all. I know she's grown up and everything, but anyway. All righty, let's get into it. And some of you already saw these slides, some of you didn't. I'm just going to really move through them, not too fast, but fast, so we can get into practice. Because a lot of you, Jess, you saw my workshop, right, on the VCCC. You saw the nonverbal. I have to have this cushion on. So today is going to be like, we're going to have a break. This is my savior every hour, because I did a trainings course this weekend. And because of COVID, we had to open up, to change the air in the room. So I'm like, my body is, I feel like a robot because I was sweaty, and then they opened up and it was cold and then it was hot. So I have to stand up. Otherwise, like, I'm going to cramp. Every act of communication is a miracle of translation. I love this because everything lies in how you translate it. And if you're able to. And the biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has happened. I would like for you to collect moments during the week where, like, you think you had said something to your kids or your partners or the secretary or your boss or yourself, then you didn't do, or that they did not understand. And if they didn't understand it the way you intended it to be understood, whose fault is it? Whose responsibility is it? Theirs, of course, okay, because they should have understood how you said it. And communication works for those who work hard at it. Even with the best intention and you're super smart, the questions always come in. So the goal is really to give you those observational tools, to have fun with it, to play. And finally, in the end, like Linda, like, what am I doing? Is my body language, does it correspond to what I'm saying? And do I even know? Like, do I even know how scared I felt in the car? Or do I even know how much I do not want to do this? Sometimes if you really don't want to do something, you get sick or you hurt yourself, something happens that is not really good because you didn't want to go do that thing. Did that ever happen to you? Or like the car breaks down, something happens that you cannot go to where you did not want to go. It's a puzzle. Like, it is so difficult to understand and communicate with other people and really do it well, not be too assertive, not be, too shy or too assertive. There's a fine balance between the two things. And according to the types, we have to use both. For me, when it was 800 hours in Milan. I was like, 800 hours to teach me communication. What are they going to tell me for 800 hours? I thought, okay. And then I got into it, and it just seemed like, wow, overwhelming. But the nonverbal is like, you can cheat a little because you know stuff that not most people know. And still do not know why. It's not just something that we learn in kindergarten literary or something that our parents teach us. A reminder, any tool that is presented, just use, but try it out. It's like with the method, try it. And then if it's not for you, you don't like it, no problem. Put it on the shelf and be like, well, that's not for me. Because it can, I want you to challenge yourself. Like if you hear something that's like, well, that doesn't sound right, or just, or that's not how I see it, also from other people, even with the method, just be like, how are they thinking? What are their motivation for saying or for doing that? Because if everybody understood this, the world would be a better place. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Nonverbal is the same everywhere in the world. Like, this is like, what? In South Africa, it doesn't mean I'm just so happy to see you. It means like, what you saying? And this is the same thing as like Linda before. I just can't deal with it. But unfortunately, sometimes when we communicate with other people, we are our reaction instead of really listening, really trying to figure out what is going on in that person, and knowing that a lot of stuff that they're saying, even to me, has nothing to do with me. Nothing. Because it's their childhood, the background, everybody that is here knows that. But it can be really tough, especially when we're talking about family members or parents or kids. It's like, I'm gonna convince you that I am right. And sometimes it can be really difficult to see both perspectives. It seems easy, but it's not. When we go into the nonverbal, I want you to be like this. I want you to be looking for this. So people are talking and blah, blah, blah. Don't listen too much to the words, but observe the nonverbal. Today, when I ask you to present, we're going to be like this. Oh, man, this is so interesting. I'm going to really be like, yeah, I want to present because I want to try it out because I'm so happy. This is just so much fun. And I don't care what other people think, if I'm prepared enough, if I should have been more prepared, or I should have done it better or spoken a different way. I'm just going to do it. Kids are the easiest way, and dogs and animals, because they just, their feelings, they come out like it's like an explosion, like a bomb, and they have no tool to contain them until they're like, it gets, I think they get younger and younger today. Like before, when I had students, they would start feeling uncomfortable about singing or performing live about 11, 12. Now it's like around 8, 9. They're like, what if this or what if that? And I don't have the right body and I don't have the right image. And it's sadly already around 8 nowadays. So kids, best ones to observe, because you can't get it wrong. And if they hide and if they don't want something, they did you see my nonverbal right now that I have no clue? I think it was on cat. Did you see it? Holy, I'm speaking for 20 minutes to 10 minutes, like observe, don't listen to what she's saying. I did one nonverbal, nobody saw it, because my face is like tiny like this, right? It was this on cat. And I think it's because it's a kitten and I want to have puppies with my dog. So if you have this picture and Luke is like, there's something there, she doesn't have kids, but her kids left. So maybe that's why I'm going to try with the animal part. I have a dog, or I have a cat, or I love dogs, I love cats. Thing is that around that age, we become, we try to hide ourselves, and it's no longer at a certain age allowed to say what you really feel. you should have gotten over this, or you're too old to this now, or you should do that. There's so many shoulds in parents' languages, it's crazy. And we're smart people, right? So when I see mom in a certain way, when I'm 10, I know today is not the day to ask for a raise, an allowance, or if I can go out Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to ask her when she had her afternoon tea and she's like really calm and cozy. So we become experts in nonverbal language and in not expressing what we really feel. Why I love public speaking? Because when we talk, when we have to present ourselves, it comes out. Everything that we are, feel, and experience, it just comes out. It's like, you can paint it all blue, but when you squeeze an orange, it's gonna be orange juice that comes out. And you can't hide. When you do public speaking, the level of anxiety or stress, it comes out because of the little word ostracism. I think we all know by now, more or less. Yeah. Does somebody want to read? Kim, maybe you didn't, because I don't think you did this. Do you want to read?
Okay.
Yes.
Ostracism, exclusion from a society or group. Example, the family suffered social ostracism. In ancient Greece, temporary banishment from a city by popular vote, like the ostracism of, I don't know how to say that.
You just pretend that you know, because I don't think anybody knows. So just go with it.
Besides, I don't know.
Thucydides.
Thucydides.
And it's I really do think it's the basis, is the foundation for all our troubles, like every problem that we have. Because we have this idea that we do not adhere to social norms, or some people are like, I'm free. But then, it's like, how did you get married, Jessica? If you got married, did you get married like this? Or did you get married like this? Would you want to get married like this? Or this? No, probably not. Like, it's so much deeper than we think it is. And if I would want to do like this, I wouldn't have told anybody. And this is like Sissy, Princess Sissy. I love this. I would do this if I could do it over again. What would you do if you could do it over again? If like tomorrow Prince comes riding in and you don't even remember your current husband. Linda, what would you choose?
Sorry, what were my shoes?
Yeah, no, what would
I choose? What would I choose?
Are your feet hurting, Linda?
Sorry, I'm going to sound really boring here.
No.
My wedding on one level was absolutely perfect. The only thing that wasn't was for some reason, I was terrified the whole time. I walked down the aisle and I was embarrassed to be the center. You know what I mean? And I just wish I could switch that off and have just reveled in it.
Aww.
But I was just, yeah. See, I did that.
Did you? I was just going to ask if she did it on purpose.
No, I didn't. It was purely involuntary.
This is that's tears. Okay, so it's literally crying. The child will do like, and the adult just does like a little waving off of the tears because we can't cry. Okay, but it was like a fun game. It was supposed to be a fun game, Linda. Like, what would you do today if you could do it all again and revel it? Would you do your traditional European? What would you do?
Yeah, no, I just do a traditional European.
Okay.
It was
somebody else that would change something up. Kim, what would you do?
I like the bottom right corner also.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she has nice hair. Somebody that would choose this one?
Where's nothing?
Can you see it, Anita? Okay. No, but we would all. Okay, so just to see. And these are our homes. Oh, if Jessica goes to Germany or Denmark, this is probably the most probable home that she'll have. This is a very Italian home. This is typical Italian home. Where you eat is at the center of the attention because that's where they spend a lot of time. I mean, you would never, if you came into my home and it was like this, would you have expected that? No, it's like, so just to know that underneath we have all these cultural, let's call them teaching, I don't even know how to name it, that really, really, they have a huge impact on us, a huge impact. It also comes from what we call the orthostatic position. That means, let's say a kid she's really upset and she has all the nonverbal cues and is like, I can't stand this family anymore. I want my hair down. I don't want you to pull it up every time I have to go to ballet or to be look nice, mommy. I'm going to leave. And we can't. It's not like, okay, I'm 10 and I'm just going to pack my little suitcase, come Mary, and say bye-bye, ciao, ciao, mama. You just can't. I mean, you have to stay with your parents. Sometimes for longer than you wish. And that's what we call like an orthostatic position. You know that you have to do something that you don't want to do. And there comes the communication, like the miscommunication between the nonverbal and the verbal. And in comes the paraverbal, like, yeah, sure thing. Yeah, just go. You know what? The door is there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. Just rah, 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 rah. And we learn it from our parents, siblings, older siblings, grandparents. Sure. Can I do that? Yeah, sure. Just go do it. Just go do your thing. And everybody knows that that's not what is going on. Everybody knows it's like, it's the best gift in the world. I just love it. It's the best gift in the world. So we all know that nonverbal communication. Have you seen Mr. Bean, the exam? You probably will. I think you've all seen it. Have you seen it? Just because this is like nonverbal mastery. I mean, Mr. Bean, who does it better? Let me know if you can hear the sound.
You may open the envelopes containing your papers. The exam starts now.
Scratching. Okay, so do you see how so when he's frustrated, he scratches, and now that he knows something, he's like, okay, so I'm like, I know how to write my name and the number or the date or whatever. I mean, it's just genius. There you go, puts it in his mouth. Tongue out. Try to put your tongue out like he does. You would be like, I never do that. It doesn't feel, does it feel natural? Probably not, right? But we do. You see how he puts his tongue out again? Like it's just acting. Like he knows everything. He knows every little move. If you want to kind of like study it and see how he does it, all his videos are great. They're amazing. He's amazing.
What is the name again? Mr. B?
Mr. Bean?
Bean.
Mr. Bean. Yes, exactly. Mr. Bean. Like he made a movie. He made a, what's the movie called? Can anyone remember? Mr. Bean in America, I think.
Wasn't it Johnny English?
Johnny English, there you go. Oh, it's amazing. I can laugh just thinking about it. Johnny English, and then there's another one. I can't remember the name. Well, they're both amazing. Though they do have verbal communication, but he still has that way of acting that's just, it's just so nonverbal, and everybody gets how he feels. I think Mr. Bean in a restaurant, where he has to eat oysters. It's just hilarious. And all that pressure, or not being who you want to be, or not being able to express, then somehow it has to come out. And it, unfortunately, sometimes it comes out in not very good ways, or we're pressured into doing stuff that is not in alignment with our essence. And that's the worst thing that can happen to you. If you are pushed to study, or pushed to sing, pushed to being artistic, if you're not pushed to having kids and you don't want to because you live in a society that, you should have kids. If you're pushed to, not pushed to, but it sounds so like, we don't have any will, but sometimes it is really stressful for young people. Today, so much worse than we were young, for sure, because of social media. And if there's not an alignment between your essence, what you want to express, and what you have to express, it can go really wrong. I have these pictures of, I don't know if you have someone from like corporate world, because I am a singer. It's like, what happened from this to that? What happened from that to this? What happened from this to this? A misalignment of what they wanted to express, thought they were, could be, and what they did express. Let's go into breakout groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone can stay with me. And work just a little on observing these things. I would like you to present yourself talking about something that happened that has like high emotional tension. What was important for you? For Luge, it could be like joining the army. What was my nonverbal? Jess, were you looking at me? It was in the hair, okay? So army, you're a little army girl, Luge. Yeah, if you want to, hook me. Something that was either, it has to have a high emotional tension. Like first time I met my husband, first time I made physical gymnastic in a bed, whatever. So we can get some reaction. Kim, and just like do a 1 minute presentation, or 1 minute and 30 seconds, and let's see what comes up. Okay. Who wants to, let's just do breakout room. Yeah.
How would we know what comes up?
You just observe. You be like, what are they doing? Are they moving forward? Do they like it? Sort of little, whatever. Okay, just observe and say, this is what I saw, and then we'll analyze it. Stephanie, are you okay? So you present, or you can also just call it a conversation. Something to the other person that is of high, like had a high impact. It could be even when 9/11 happened, I was in a huge grocery store, and everything just kind of stood still, because there were these monitors and everybody was watching, and we were like, is this a movie? What's going on? It was a really high tension moment, because it felt so unreal, and I'm sure everybody remembers it. And even observe your state. I'll move this one back so we can. Do you have a ring on you? Do you have rings? Well, people that did take the nonverbal communication classes, they should have a ring on them. They should definitely always have one, just even make it a tiny little one. If you don't like wearing rings, I don't, for example, and a scarf and your earrings. You go scratching step. I know it's a, if you don't like wearing those things, but take that as an exercise, Tiffany. I don't have to be without earrings or without a ring. It's like, if you're that kind of person that it's, either you just don't like it, or you think it's useless, or it's a waste of money or a waste of time, or you just try to do it and be like that person that's like with the nails and the hair or whatever. I'm going to do random breakout groups, assign automatically, and we'll see. So 1 minute or 1 minute 30, even 2 minutes if you want, and then you shift and you just try to observe the other, and you observe yourself. You can also give the speaker feedback, being like, this was kind of, I moved forward, this I moved backwards, and so on. Go.